Hey there, it's CJ Willie and I'm cracking a pack today. I'm back with pack number 34 in my 1987 Sportflics baseball box. Since each pack has only 3 cards in it, I'll talk about my memory of the players from the 1980s and maybe something specific about the player from the 1986 MLB season. I'll also check out the fun facts on the 2 team logo trivia cards. Let's get to cracking this pack. First up, we have the Philadelphia Phillies team logo trivia card. And on the back, it has their team standings starting in 1986 and going back to 1977. In 1986, they finished in second place with an 86-75 record, 21 and a half games behind the New York Mets. In 1977, they were in first place with 101 wins and 61 losses. Danny Ozark was their manager. They didn't make it to the World Series as the Dodgers beat them 3-1 in the National League Championship Series. Next up, we have the Oakland A's team logo trivia card. And it has their pitching team leaders starting in 1986 and going back to 1977. In 1986, Kurt Young led the team with 13 wins. He also led the team with a 3.45 ERA, and Jose Rijo led the team with 176 strikeouts. In 1977, Vida Blue took the team's pitching triple crown with 14 wins, a 3.83 ERA, and 157 strikeouts. Our first player card is a Chicago White Sox. I'm going to go with Carlton Fisk. Carlton Fisk originally came up with the Red Sox in the early 70s and was their catching superstar until he signed as a free agent in 1981 with the White Sox. Fisk is a Hall of Famer, one of those catchers that had both defensive prowess and great offensive stats. Fisk typically hit around 20 to 25 home runs each year, and for a catcher, had a little bit of speed, garnering over 100 stolen bases in his career. Next up is Jesse Orosco, relief pitcher with the New York Mets. Orosco came up with the Mets in the late 70s, but didn't really establish himself until about 1982. Early on in his career with the Mets, he was their closer. Eventually, he was moved out of that closer role and became a little bit more of a lefty relief specialist. After helping the Mets win the World Series in 1986, he went on to bounce around with a few other teams and have a very lengthy career. In fact, Orosco is the major league leader in appearances for pitchers in a career. Our final card out of the pack is Ron Darling, starting pitcher with the New York Mets. Darling came up in the early 80s and immediately established himself as a cog in their starting rotation, earning between 12 to 16 wins each year. Even though Darling had a great ERA and win percentage, he did give up a lot of walks. After his career, Darling has moved into the broadcast booth and is a color analyst for the Mets. My favorite card, or best card out of the pack, is going to be Carlton Fisk. My favorite memory of Carlton Fisk actually happens many years before 1986. In the 1976 World Series against the Cincinnati Reds, Fisk hit a late game home run to send the World Series to a 7th game. What I'll always remember is after Fisk hit the home run, jumping up and down and trying to wave it to stay fair as it sailed over the green monster. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Also share with me in the comments what your favorite card or what you thought was the best card in the pack. Until next time, when I'm back to crack pack number 35 in my 1987 Sportflics baseball box.